Let me guard them like they're not an adult, like they're a toddler or they're a pet. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, i.e. that is iconic Eunice. If you're new to this channel, I want to say welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here again today. You guys are the real MVP, and I'm so appreciative of all of you. So today it's a sit down video. We are here for another fashion related content. You guys already know this channel is about fashion, lifestyle, and everything in between. Today we're going to be diving into a little bit of lifestyle and a little bit of fashion. I've been trying to do this video for a while now, but I've been getting distracted by other things. What's new? So let's get into it. Today's video is going to talk about how we can bring softness into our lives and how we can also bring softness into our wardrobe. I think there's a lot of talk about like trad wife and soft girl and femininity and how to be extremely soft and feminine. And I think we're all trying to kind of like let go of like the girl boss, the domineering like attitude. I personally am not. Okay. I think till the day I die, I will be a girl boss. But I do know it's important that as a woman, I do have a little bit of more of like a softer edge to me, and they do things with a little bit more of a softer approach. Now, I do have these tips and tricks that you can kind of do, but the thing is, I think everything has to be done in moderation. Let's face it, life is hard. Let's start there. Life is hard. Life is difficult. It is not always going to go your way, and it is not always going to be easy on you, and the people around you are not always going to act right, and you're not always going to be able to control everything. But that's the beauty of wanting to live a softer life and have a softer demeanor and have a softer approach to how things go in life. That's just it. So I wanted to do this video from my perspective. I am someone who grew up with a really hard life. I'm from Sierra Leone, West Africa. Not the best place to live with a soft mindset, because I am a child of war. My parents are first generation immigrants into this country. So everything in my world has not been soft. I've had to fight and cultivate a super soft life for myself, and I had to learn how to do that because no one taught me that, especially with my background and where I'm from. Things have always just been tough and hard, and I came into the United States with that same mindset. When I was younger, I was like, I'm in this country, I want to get successful, and these are the steps I'm going to take to succeed. And boy, life was like, okay, bet I'll do you one better, basically. So I had to learn how to bring a little bit more softness into my world so I can survive, so I can thrive, so I can maintain relationships, so I can be a full, well-rounded woman. And today's video, I'm going to teach you how to do that in your own world. I am someone who has grown up with the mindset that you have to work hard to get the things that you want in life. And it wasn't until like last year or the year before last that I started realizing like, oh, the more I push, the more the things that I want get away from me. Or the more that I push and get the things that I think I want, the more I am unhappy when I get those things. So there was obviously a contradiction there, because why would you kill yourself to get things done when you can easily find better, efficient ways to do them where you don't have to expunge a lot of energy? So I think I'm going to try to cover this in a few ways. So first we're going to do mind. We're going to cover it in mind. Then we're going to do the environment you find yourself in. And then we're going to do fashion. Because for me, I believe everything in this life that you want to cultivate starts with your mind. And then it goes to your body. And then, you cultivate an environment that will welcome that before you even start doing like the outward things, like looking a certain way, acting a certain way. It all starts with the mind. So these are tips that I think you need to do first if you're going to try to live a softer life. For one, you have to stop chasing. You have to stop running and you have to stop chasing. One, you have to stop running from who you are. I myself, I am an introvert. So for the longest time, I always wished I was more of like an extrovert because it just always seemed like extroverts had it best. They always had the biggest group of friends. They always had the best opportunity because they just talk, and they interact so much more. And I thought, like, because I was an introvert, I wasn't getting as much opportunities because I didn't know how to socialize. So I was running away from that parts of myself, which meant I was overcompensating in groups. I wanted people to like me, so I will go out of my way to do things for people so they can like me. And that's not necessarily good because you're running from away from who you truly are. One, what that does is it stops the right people from coming towards you. And then two, you kind of are in a self-denial mode, which is kind of self-sabotaging because that's not who you are. So you're not being authentic to who you are. You have to stop chasing because sometimes the things that you're chasing are not even good for you. Like when I first got out of college, I was chasing management, chasing like wanting to climb the corporate ladder really, really quickly and as quickly as possible because I felt like, oh, that would give me more money and that would bring me more joy. So I was pursuing that hard. And maybe you're not pursuing career. You know, maybe you're pursuing a certain relationship. Maybe you're pursuing a certain lifestyle. You got to stop that. You got to stop pursuing things. You got to stop chasing. You have to start trusting God if you believe in God. And you have to start trusting the universe. Like, you wouldn't have made it to this world if there wasn't something here for you. You wouldn't have. So instead of exhausting yourself or instead of like trying to outdo the world and outdo the universe, learn to trust it. Rest in who you are. Know who you are. Trust who you are. Believe that you're going to make the right decisions for yourself. And even if you make the wrong decisions, those wrong decisions are going to lead you to the right path. Okay? There are people who have become drug addicts and their lives turned around 360 degree just like that in a year or two. So don't count yourself out. Believe that if it's yours, it's going to come to you, and it truly is. And I think it's hard for you to believe that because it was hard for me to believe that. When I first started in my career, I was like, oh, I want to be in management, and I was pursuing it hard. And I didn't get it until it was time for me to get it. No amount of manipulation, no amount of kissing booty was going to give me that until it was the right time for me to get that. And maybe sometimes you're going to watch people go by you. There are people you're going to start off with, they're going to go to the sky before you even climb one ladder. Let them, because that's their path. Stay on your path and get yourself centered. That way the things that are meant for you will come to you. You get me? Number two in the mind category is you have to heal. I hear this all the time. Oh, I'm in my healing journey. I'm in my healing journey. I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to heal. And a lot of people don't know what that means. Healing is so much harder than people think. If you ever get a deep cut and it hurts and they start putting antibiotics on it, boy, is that painful. So healing is that, even in the mind. And the funny thing is, the universe will keep sending you the same trauma to see if you're going to still keep having the same reactions. And the more you keep having the same reactions, the harder it is for you to get past that trauma. So you have to heal your traumas. And I think the way you do that is to accept them. So, for example, let's say you always attract cheaters. You always have guys who cheat on you, they lie to you, they're scammers, and lately they just play mind games a lot. And those are the people you encounter. Well, if you keep getting crazier and crazier and crazier, every time you're like, oh, let me check your phone. Oh, let me do this. Let me do that. Let me guard them like they're not an adult, like they're a toddler or they're a pet. Let me guard them so they don't do this to me again. Guess what? You're going to keep encountering those same people over and over and over again. Okay? The way to heal is every time you encounter something you've encountered in the past, instead of trying to resist what is happening to you, you have to accept it. So if your man is a cheater, you gotta be like, oh, he's a cheater. Let's say if you're living with him and you guys are enmeshed where to the point you cannot break up, you need to start looking at you to see what you're gonna do. Stop trying to change him, okay? If you're getting bullied at work, fine. Now you're in an environment where nobody likes you, everybody's bullying you, but stop trying to change their mind about bullying you. Rest in you. Know that you are good enough, you're great, you're wonderful, and you know you're doing the work to be a better person. Leave those people and leave those things that are impacting you negatively to do what they're doing. Just focus on what you can do to cultivate a better environment for your mind. So if you're in a rough environment that's hostile, try to find the little things you can be happy about. And it's painful and it's hard, but it can be done because I have done it personally. There are moments where I didn't think everything was working towards me. I was encountering the same type of people all the time who were not showing up for me. And instead of bickering and fighting so that it can show up for me, I just went, you know what? If you're not going to show up for me, that's fine. But I'm not going to keep giving you my energy. I'm going to take it back. And that's what you have to do. When it really comes down to the nitty-gritty of healing, it's all about you realizing the pattern of what it is, and realizing the environment for what it is, and you saying, I'm not going to engage with that anymore. No matter how painful it is, no matter how difficult it is, I'm not going to participate. And withdraw yourself. Are they going to go out of their way to make sure you engage? Yes. Is the universe going to keep testing you to see if you've really changed? Yes. Just keep ignoring it. Keep minding your business. Slowly you're going to realize, oh, life is not that hard. Oh, I went in today and my boss was really disrespectful. But I didn't get disrespectful back. I just shut up and let her talk. And I went about my day. Now she looks stupid and I'm fine. I'm coming home. I'm sipping my wine. I'm drinking my tea. I'm watching my show. She went home with a negative energy. Because why? It didn't land. It didn't land on me because I didn't receive it in. I let it go. I let her do what she want to do, or I let him do what he want to do. Oh, he's talking to that girl? Cool. I'm not going to waste my time with him because he's talking to that girl. I'm not going to compete with her so he can find my affection. If he wants to be with her, so be it. That's how you heal. Every time they trigger you, don't spend time on them. You come, you retreat, and you spend time on yourself. That's it. That's all. Okay, so I showed you how to heal. You might not have liked it, but it's touching base on also this part, which is how to put yourself first. Healing, every time someone triggers you, you're letting it go and you're taking care of yourself. Okay? Someone hurt you, you're taking yourself out to the beach, you're taking yourself out to dinner, you're coming home, you're watching your favorite shows, you're doing your hair, you're going to get your nails done, you're doing your own nails, you're cooking great meal for yourself. That's healing. That's how you heal yourself, because you come back and you pour into yourself. It's the same thing with putting yourself first. Every time you find yourself in a situation, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, and this is going to come across as narcissistic, but that's what narcissists do. So you need to embrace your narcissism just a little bit, not to the point where you're harming people around you, but you need to embrace your narcissism just a little bit and tap into that part. One, not victimization. That's different. Victimization is like, woe is me, everybody's against me, and that's why you have healing. So healing takes you out of that victim mentality. Healing takes you out of, oh, everybody's against me, because you are now in a mode of like, I don't care what people are doing to me. I am going to take care of myself. I'm going to heal myself. So it's not you being a victim and beating yourself down, and everybody who comes around you, you tell them the same sad story about who hurt you, what they did. No, because you're still focusing on them. You need to start telling the story from what I did when they did that. Putting yourself first is the same thing. No matter what situation you find yourself, I don't care if it's a job, relationship, ask yourself, how does this benefit me? Immediately. You meet a guy, he's cute, you start talking to him, how does this benefit me? So let's say in your career or in your job, let's say you have a nasty boss. Like, you can't stand their personality, they're just a horrible person, but the pay is good. You detach. That's all. You just detach. And you go into the office with the mindset of like, I don't care who does the job. I don't care if I do the job. I don't care if they do the job. I don't care who does the job. On days when you don't feel like doing the job, start finding ways you can avoid doing the job. But if the pay is good and you know, oh, I'm gaining a lot of like the things that I want in life through this job, it doesn't matter how stressful it is. When you get in that office, you center yourself. Focus on the work you have to do. If you want to talk, and you're like an introvert, you start with your robotic answers. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Really? See what I'm saying? You see what I'm doing there? Like, you need to start coming up with your one word answers so people think that you're responding, but you are in la la land doing something else because you're putting yourself first because they're about to stress you out. If it doesn't benefit you, you do not participate. If it benefits you but it stresses you out, you detach. You gain your gains and you don't emotionally invest in it. Period. That's it. When the benefits wear out and the stress starts to come to the point where it's starting to impact your mental health, you remove yourself. I don't care if you're losing millions or billions, you remove yourself, you go put yourself somewhere else. That is how you put yourself first. So, in the aspect of bringing softness into your life, these are things that you have to do. You have to stop chasing, you have to heal your traumas, and you have to start putting yourself first. That alone is going to make you get into that mindset of, oh, life is easy and life is good. And I don't have to stress myself out if I don't want to stress myself out. And if somebody is trying to force me to be stressed out, I remove them or I remove myself. Most of the time, it's yourself. Focus it back on the self. You remove yourself. You do something for yourself. You add to yourself. You subtract yourself. Period. That's it. Now, we're going to move into how you cultivate an environment of peace and tranquility. Okay, so in your home, if you live with people, make sure your room is zen. My room is painted all white. I have candles most of the time. I have soft textures on my bed. I have beautiful decor in my room. I have tchotchkes of memories that make me happy. So if you live with people, make sure your room is zen. Now, zen can be different for each person. So if you're somebody who is like colorful, maybe mostly like maybe you're a maximalist, then do that. Let your room be a jungle. Let your room be a museum for fun. Have different things that are going to make you feel good when you enter into that space. If you're someone who likes minimalism, try to bring like warm tones into your room. Browns, olives, white, cream, things like that will make your room feel zen. Think about the texture you're laying on. Think about the size of your bed. Think about the finishing. Think about your closet. How is it organized? Try to declutter. Try to declutter. I don't even care if you're a maximalist. Try to declutter your space. Try to go through your closet and remove clothes that no longer bring you joy or clothes that you no longer wear. Try to bring in artwork that's going to bring you joy. Try to bring in artwork that's going to bring you peace. Like the artworks that I have in my room are usually like simple, clean line artwork. Like I don't have to mentally think when I look at them because it's all about serenity. But if you also like fun pop art, try to bring those types of things that when you see them, you're filled with joy. Also, think about maybe bringing a diffuser into your bathroom. Have a diffuser going. That way, when you take showers, you can have the diffuser on and it changes the entire fragrance of the bathroom. You can use essential oils. That way, when you're showering, you just have this like zen state of mind. Take bath if you have to. Have a routine. Have a specific way you wake up. Have a specific thing you have to do throughout the day. That will ground you. If you have a very much stressful life, maybe 5 minutes after you wake up, you pray. If you're a prayerful person. If you're not a prayerful person and you don't believe in anything, which is fine, try to have a time where you're not touching your phone, you're just laying in bed and you're meditating, you're zenning out, you're thinking about how beautiful the earth is. Really try to cultivate this space. When you're walking out in the street, try to pay attention to how pretty the plants are. Look at the little things. Be grateful. Also, that's another thing. Get into the mindset of gratitude. Just be thankful for who you are, thankful for the way your nose looks, thankful for the way your eyes are, thankful for the fact that you have all of your working senses, that you can feel, you can touch. Ground yourself, be in the present. Oh, my feet is touching wooden floor, and if your feet is not out, it's in shoes, be like, oh, my feet is in this really nice shoe right now, and if the shoe is ugly, oh, my feet is at least in shoes and I'm not walking on the barefoot ground. Be grateful and start to cultivate space about gratitude, about peace of mind. Anything that's about chaos, try to remove it. Okay? I'm not saying stop watching ratchet TV shows because I even cannot stop watching them. But I have limits the amount of ratchet TV shows I watch. Now, a lot of the times I'm watching women who motivate me, women who are walking in their purpose, women who are doing what they want to do because they've done the hard work of cultivating a lifestyle for themselves. So surround yourself with beautiful things. I surround myself with beautiful things all the time. I spare no coins. No coins, because money can't buy happiness, but it can help you cultivate a peaceful environment. You know what I'm saying? Self-care, splurge. I don't splurge in a expensive beauty regimen. I don't have one. But I make sure I buy the best things that work for my skin. I make sure I buy the most invigorating smelling soaps. I make sure I invest in some good smelling perfume. I make sure my skin looks glowy and dewy whenever I leave the house. Obviously, there are days when I'm like crusty. That's fine. But I make sure at least I have a dewy skin. That way, at least you know I ate that morning. You know I'm not down in the trash completely. So make sure you invest in those things. If you have disposable income, try to get things like monthly massage or quarterly massages. If you cannot afford monthly, do quarterly massages. Try to get maybe a facial or two every couple of months if you can afford it. If you cannot afford those things, then try to do them at home. You can give yourself a facial at home. It might not be like the spa, but you can try to give yourself a skincare facial at home. Spend time shaving your legs. Spend time sitting there playing music that's very soothing and shaving your legs, and then taking a full-blown shower that's warm and it smells good, and then spray yourself, spray your bed, go to sleep, read a book. I don't know. Just anything that's going to make sure you are in a gentler state of mind is what you need. Okay? So if you can afford certain things like spa days and massages and acupuncture, do that. If not, try to limit the amount of stress you put on your body. Go to the gym or just work out. The gym sometimes might be expensive and you might not be able to afford it. Go for a walk outside. Go touch grass, legitimately. Go touch the plants and the trees. Go look at the earth. Look up in the sky. Have a picnic in your backyard. I don't care what you have to do. Just try to cultivate different ways to have a smoother, peacefuler, calming life. When you go out into the world, that's what's going to help you ground yourself, because you're going to be like, at least tonight I'm going to cook myself a great meal and I'm going to have myself a glass of wine and I'm going to watch my favorite TV show. And then you can also be like, at least tomorrow I'm going to take myself out to the beach and I'm going to spread and I'm going to have a nice picnic on the beach and I'm going to read my favorite book. See, then the walls of today doesn't even matter because tomorrow you're going to the beach. Okay, if you're someone who travels a lot, at least I have a trip coming up. So all this that you are doing that's negative, I don't have to deal with it in a week. I'm taking myself to Jamaica. Go there. Oh, at least I have a spa day coming up. So all this that's going on in my life, I'm about to be in the spa and they're about to be massaging my body and I'm about to have a best sleep of my life that night. That's it. That's all. Your environment just have to cultivate warmth and gentility and kindness, and you have to do that for yourself. I think a lot of the times we're hoping our environment will do that for us, but you have to do that for yourself, and slowly you will start to see that your environment is cultivating that for you. Slowly you will start to see that, oh, because I'm not engaging with my boss, they are not doing too much. They will exhaust themselves out. oh, because I'm not paying attention to the girls that he's talking to, he's not bothering me as much. I'm not bothered even if he's talking to girls, because I know my worth, and I know when push comes to shove, I'm gonna take myself out this relationship and go do better. Don't let anybody stress you out. Don't stress yourself out about anybody. That's the main thing here. The main thing about having a softer life is anything that's hard, you remove it. Because life is hard doesn't mean you have to do life hard. It means if life gets hard, you melt away. I'm serious. If life gets hard, melt away. As hard as it starts, it just slowly melts like ice. You're like, oh, I'm not doing this with you, life. You can be hard, but I don't have to be hard. I can be soft. I choose to be soft. I'm not arguing with anybody, and I'm not back and forthing with nothing. If it's not for me, it's not for me. Period. I'm done with it. I'm moving forward. That's it. That's all. Okay, so how do you bring softness to your wardrobe? A lot of times when you look up softness in wardrobes, they're talking about bringing some soft colors, some pastels. Maybe you don't like color. How about that? Maybe you don't like color. All right, a good way to bring softness into your wardrobe. This is where the materialism materializes. It's to buy the things you love. For one, buy the things you love. Okay, if you know you're not a baddie, you don't fit the baddie aesthetics, why are you dressing like one? Why are you dressing like one? Okay, if you know you have an eclectic taste, why are you not tapping into your inner Erica Badu? If you know you're a fairy baby, why are you not dressing like Tinkerbell? It's all about what you want. I am not a fairy baby. Okay, I am not a Little House on the Prairie type of girl. I am not a baby doll dress girl. Sometimes I can tap into it, but I'm not that woman. I'm also not a Naomi Campbell type of girl. I'm not going to wear 6-inch heels with a tight fitted skirt. That's not who I am. So find who you are first. That's why I said stop running and stop chasing. Stop running away from who you are, and stop chasing who you think you eventually could be. Because there's who you supposed to be and who you could be. Some of us are stuck with who we could be. No, there's supposed to and could be. Figure out who you're supposed to be and go after that. Stop going after who you could be. So if you know you are like for me, I am minimal. I can't think too much. I forget sometimes that I have clothes in my closet. So I make sure the clothes that are in my closet, I can see them. I can touch them. And so when I'm putting outfits together for myself, I'm thinking about what will work for Eunice. I have aesthetic pictures all over my Pinterest boards that are supposed to be pertaining to me and not who I could be. They're pertaining to who I'm supposed to be and who I am currently. So all of my Pinterest vision board and stuff like that, all are the woman I am and who I'm supposed to be. There are moments where I've been like, oh, I'm supposed to be the baddie because that's what's popular. I'm supposed to have 50-inch bust down weave. To this day, I still haven't tried weave. I would love to, don't get me wrong, but I haven't tried it because that's going to give me a hard life. Braids, easy. Weave, painful. Am I willing to try it still? Yes. Well, I'll probably outsource that. I won't do it myself because that would give me a stressful day trying to do something like that myself. Obviously, if I'm feeling creative, I can attempt it. And if I succeed, cool. I'll keep attempting it until I succeed, but I'm not going to stress myself out about something like that. So after you figure out who you're supposed to be and who you are, start to dress for that. To bring softness into your wardrobe, one, yes, color, but if you're not a color person, think about the textures. Cotton, silk. Now, these are expensive materials, so things that are adjacent to that. Maybe limit the amount of polyester. And if it's polyester, try to do good polyester. Spandex. Things that are soft to the touch. When you touch them, you're like, ooh, this is soft. Or something oversized. So if you're someone who is like reluctant to show their body, that is okay. So think about layering. Still show your shape, but layer. That way you feel comfortable. Sweaters, soft sweaters. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to wear softer sweaters. Try to wear trousers. I have a ton of jeans, but I'm not a jean person. I'm someone who wears slacks before I wear jeans. But if I am to wear jeans, they're the softest jeans I can find. They don't cling to my body too tight. And if they cling to my body, there's a little wiggle room for me to be able to walk. Okay? make sure it fits well. Make sure it fits your body. If you have an hourglass shape and you want to show it, don't go wear no baggy pants. Show the body. Wear a tight fitted pants that's soft, you know? Make sure your clothes are an extension of you because they're going to show your personality throughout life. So focus on fit, focus on texture, focus on how comfortable you are in them, and focus on the fact that they are defining who you are at this very present moment and who you're supposed to be going forward, because you're still cultivating and growing, and you're changing over time, and it's slow incremental changes, not like a one, like not like a 360 out of nowhere that you, to the point where you don't even know who that person is. So I will say soft fabrics, regardless of your style. If you're a rock and roll girl, good soft t-shirts, graphic tees. If you're a baddie, good quality baddie products, good quality clothing. You don't have to cover up because you're a baddie. If it's gonna be weave, good long weave, do that. That's what makes you happy. That's what brings joy to you. So anything that's gonna make you feel good, that's what you're gonna bring into your life when it comes to like clothing and stuff like that. So I wanted to do that last because that was the least important thing of bringing a softness into your world. It's not that deep when it comes to clothes, because clothes are just an extension of you. If you feel confident wearing anything, you wear it well, and if you don't, you don't. That's it. And no A B C. No. If you feel confident, you're gonna wear it well, and if you don't, you're gonna be tugging at it, pulling at it, make like fidgeting with yourself because you don't feel comfortable in it. But if it's something that's to you and defines you, you're gonna wear it with some really, really great confidence. So I hope I didn't just ramble on and you actually understood what I was trying to say. And I hope this does help you cultivate a softer life, because life is hard. Don't live life hard, live life softly. And when life gets hard, melt, dissipates, go into tranquility. Don't engage with the hard parts of life. Try to engage with the softness of it. Try to be soft. Try to bring softness into other people's lives. And if they will not receive your softness, leave them where you met them. Leave them there. And you go on. As for your wardrobe, do what makes you happy. Make sure the textures are soft. Make sure the fabric is decent. Make sure the style defines you. And as for your environment, make sure it's tranquil. Make sure it's peaceful. Make sure it smells great. Make sure it looks great. Make sure it's uncluttered. That way your mind can also be cluttered. But that is it that I have for this video. I hope it was worth it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like for me to make more videos like this, please leave a comment down below saying you would like for me to continue making videos like this. If you've watched up to this point, I know you like my content, so please go ahead and like the video. And if you're a new person checking me out, please go ahead and subscribe if you do like my content. That really helps my channel grow. Once again, my name is Eunice, and I hope I was able to bring value to you today, and I hope you were able to enjoy this video and learn something. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.